Representative Landry, you want to give us a minute? We'll wipe the table down again for you. He's saying he doesn't have any, what did he say, he doesn't have any germs or something?
Wearing gloves.
He's wearing gloves, that's right, he was wearing gloves. But in an abundance of caution, we'll just wipe it down in between witnesses. Awesome. It's a little damp, but warning on that.
Ready?
We're ready. Thank you. If you would, just state your name again for the record.
For those of you who have not met yet, my name is Mandie Landry. I represent District 91 in New Orleans. I'm a new member here. And there's 2 points I would like to raise to y'all. I don't know if anyone saw that as of yesterday, I believe Louisiana has now lost over 1,000 people to the COVID virus. And I think that's something that, while we're in here talking about elections and dates and mail, we're forgetting that the reason we're here is because we have lost so many people in the last month. The House lost a member last week who was only 52 years old. We had another member who was hospitalized. He was only 37. And I bring this up to let y'all know that the reason so many people are worried about this right now is they really are afraid of catching this and of getting sick and of going into the hospital where they might get put on a ventilator. There's also some of us, like the secretary and myself, who have family members with underlying issues who would definitely be at greater risk of contacting COVID and having to go in the hospital. So I just want people to think, even though we're talking about sort of antiseptic laws and regulations, that it's really people's health we're talking about. I also want to say that I'm probably part of the reason you've received hundreds and thousands of emails in the last few days. I had a bill that I filed in February about vote by mail before any of this happened. I have done my best to explain to people that is not being heard today. There's been a lot of confusion in the last few days about that. I have tried to explain that this is an emergency proposal only, but I would hope that when you hear from constituents and that when you read some of these emails, which I have received emails asking me to support my own bill, which is always funny, you'll see that it's because of the desire for safety. I mean, we have here a constitutional right that people have the right to exercise to vote, and they're worried about their health, and they're worried about their mother's health or their daughter's health. So I hope you would take that into consideration. And then just finally, I probably know more about this issue than anyone in this building now. I've been researching and studying it and looking at it for months now. I'm also a lawyer, so I've been looking at it from that angle. And if anyone would like to talk about it off the record, ask me some questions. Some people have sent me some older studies, for example, that I'm happy to talk to you about and discuss some of these results in. I just think the fact is we have over 30 states right now in the country that allow, I guess we would call it unrestricted vote by mail, which means anyone who wants a mail ballot can ask for one. And we don't have to be the 50th. We can, we don't have to do it today either. We can look at that later in the year. But it is something that is common that that the secretary has talked to other states about, and that there are blueprints out there that we can borrow from. Again, I just ask that you think about the health of our citizens, not just the elderly, but also everyone with an underlying condition, and to really read some of the comments that you're receiving, and to please call me with any questions. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Representative Landry.